Hi, everybody. I'm back at home. It's 10 o'clock at night on January the 8th. It's a Monday night. Had a big day today. Had a doctor's appointment with my OBGYN because they tell me I absolutely have to have birth control. I think we've gone over that. And he's not sure he wants to do a tubal ligation. There's a whole long discussion about other options. He gave me these pamphlets that I'm supposed to look over and, decide whether or not I want an estrogen progesterone implant in my arm, which is supposed to last for 3 years, or I just want to be sterilized. I want to be sterilized. But that's a problem because of my weight and how they do it and anesthesia, and I don't know. And then there's this thing, which he assures me is super awesome. It's called the Assure. And they put coils in your tubes, and then you have collagen that builds around the tube, around the coil, and basically blocks your fallopian tubes, and you become sterile because you no longer release eggs, which is super awesome, except the coils are nickel, and I have a metal allergy, so this is just right out. So, yeah. I'm going to get a second opinion on that because I really just want them to tie my tubes, tubal ligation, pull the tubes out. Either way, that'd be super awesome. And then I went and had lunch with Vaughn. It was super awesome. And then did a little bit of running around. And I went up to OHSU, the Healing Center for Healing. And then I did an EKG, which I was super freaked out about, but it was really, really easy and super quick. And I don't have the results for that yet. Oh, my OBGYN did a PAP too, and I don't have the results for that either, because he said that he couldn't sign off on me getting sterilized if I had an abnormal PAP. Sorry about the camera shaking there. I had something attached to my computer and it's causing me problems. See, look, all this wire, it's not okay. It's just hanging out. So, yeah, they need to make sure that I have a normal PAP. I've had abnormal PAPs before. I've had a polyp. I've had a growth on an ovary that causes that ovary to produce eggs every month. Super not happy. So, things get weird, and they want to make sure, and I have rampant histories of female cancers in my families, both my maternal and paternal side. So they want to make sure that I am completely clean and clear and not worried about those kind of cancers before we decide to open me up and pull things out. Or tie tubes. And I'm just like, okay. And then he wants me to talk to my doctor at OHSU who's performing the gastric surgery and just convince them to tie my tubes at the same time. Just one surgery all at once. And I'm like, I don't think that's a thing, but I'm leaving a note for my doctor to find out if that is a thing, or if she can refer me to an OBGYN who will actually help me out. Dr. Yonke, my OBG, says that he wants me to go up to the Hill to do it because they have better equipment for people of my size. He really has issues with size things and working with heavier women. So I'm really just going to get a new OBGYN. So there was all of that in the morning, like first thing this morning. And then I went up the Hill and did my EKG and then a weight loss class where we talked about what to expect post-surgery, how to work on some of my diet issues to bring my weight down, what my diet will look like post-surgery, which was a whole lot less complicated and stressful than I thought it was going to be. I'm already, set up. I've got what I need. It's just a matter of, figuring out how to make it now so that when I'm post-surgery, I just know already what I'm going to use and what I'm not, how I'm going to do it and how I'm not. The tricky part will be my medications and vitamins because I have to go to a chewable multivitamin. She recommended Flintstones Complete. I was like, really? All right, maybe. Or there's a bariatric advantage. I'm going to look into that. It looked pretty awesome. They had them up there actually for $19 for a month's worth, whereas the current stuff I'm spending is like $35 for a month's worth. Seems to be a better option, so we're going to try looking into that. I weighed in today and I was at 396, so it's not a whole big loss, but it's a loss, so I count it as a win. I was pretty excited about it. Yeah, I looked into scales today, so I'm gonna look into evidently Lowe's. Weird. Has the scale I want. I have to do a little bit of more research because I saw it at Lowe's and at another store, and I don't remember what it was now. But I was like, wow, that seems weird. I did not think looking there at all. So, but I'm going to get a scale for the house, and then we're going to do daily check-ins, and then my blog will consist of this is my weight today. Maybe I'll do some measurement sizing, but maybe not for a couple of months. So I did the exercise blog. I have a exercise playlist on my YouTube that I've started to make public. I borrowed one from my friend Karma, who had knee surgery, but she is a lot more fit than I am, even when she went into knee surgery, and I can't do a lot of those. So I'm going to look through and see what I can find. There's some in my handy-dandy bariatric book, which I like. And I'm going to look into more of the YouTube Sit and Be Fit videos and see what I can and cannot do and put together an actual, this is the list I'm going to do. So I have a calendar. Well, not a calendar. I have a schedule. I will be going to the pool Monday and Tuesday morning. And then Wednesday and Thursday I will be doing chair fitness videos. Friday I will do early morning PT, physical therapy. That will be the one I did here and posted. And then Saturday, Sunday, I'm going to go to the pool. But Saturday and Sunday, I'm going to leave open because depending on whether I have the kids, depending on my activity schedule, I could either do pool or I could do the fitness video depending on how crazy my schedule is. My calendar is, I'm going to see if I can get you to see it because you won't be able to read it, but you'll be able to see, hopefully, the colors there. That's just this month. And that's all of the activities I already have. And that's before I add working out into my schedule. So that's crazy busy already. So hopefully, once I add that in for an everyday thing, 30 minutes a day, it's all I need. 30 minutes a day. And I get tired just saying it, hence the yawning. Actually, it's because it's 10:30 and I'm super tired. Well, 10:26, but close. I don't know. I feel like I kind of ramble in these, and I'm really sorry for that, but I'd love some feedback to know what you guys are interested in my journey, in my blog. You know, should I babble more about just regular life? Should I babble more about exercise and activities and my food? Do you guys want to see the food? Do you guys want to hear me talk about the diet and the calorie count? And I don't count calories, that's not true. The nutrition is pretty awesome, actually. The amount of protein they expect me to intake in a day is like crazy. It's like 70 to 90 grams of just protein. And that feels like so much. I'm like, really? Is that real? But yes, evidently that is real. 60 to 80 grams of protein every day. That's after surgery. Let me look at my pre-surgery list here. prior to surgery, I guess I don't have a where I want to get to, but that's 14 to 20 grams of meat at a meal and 7 grams at a snack at least. And then 64 ounces of fluids a day, half of which need to be clear liquid and all of which need to be not carbonated. So that's fun. Yeah. So much water all the time. I pee so much. And then I can't drink while I'm eating. And that is super harder than you think it is. Because just spend a day going, I can drink up until the food sits on my plate. And then the minute I actually start eating, no more liquid for a half an hour after you, from when you start your meal to a half an hour after you're done eating. No liquids. Because when your stomach is smaller, you want the time to pull all the nutrients out of your food and not just flush it through your system. So, yeah, no liquids, which is super hard because you're trained your whole life that you have food and drink and food and drink, and that's how it works. It's not evidently how it's supposed to work. Who knew? Oh, foods with less than 14 grams of sugar and less than 5 grams of fat per serving. Way harder than you think it does. I'm supposed to focus on my food, just my food, while I'm eating and not the computer or the TV or my phone. I'm always on my phone. I'm eating so much salad. I had a huge bowl of salad today and then a peanut butter sandwich for dinner. That was my dinner. Not enough protein at all. I needed more protein later. So I am finding in doing all of this, in just the short time that I've been doing this is what I need to do with the food, I am finding that if I don't have enough protein with my meal or my snack, I'm hungrier sooner. Regardless of my carbs, regardless of whether or not I feel full, I feel hungrier sooner if I don't have the right amount of protein now. And that's just like the first effect I've started feeling. And I didn't expect that. That's super weird. So yeah, this is the plate I'm supposed to, hold on, I have this thing in the middle of my screen, so yeah. This is the plate I'm supposed to see. This is how I'm supposed to eat pre-surgery. And these are my protein, low-fat proteins. These are carbohydrates, which can be veggies that are starchy, or pastas, rice, carbs. And this has to be non-starched vegetables. That's super hard for me. I don't like vegetables. But I have a list here of things I'm willing to eat, so I highlighted that. Cauliflower, cabbage, carrots, cucumbers, green beans, mushrooms, salad greens, tomatoes, and zucchini. That is my whole list right there. Yeah. So I'm working on that. I really am. I'm working on mushrooms because I hate mushrooms unless I cook them up or I puree them and sprinkle them on as seasoning, which is what I'm trying to do now. And then, so we talked about a lot of this today with the what to do to lower our weight, because we all have to lose a certain amount of weight to get to our surgery. And that is happening really slow, but happening. I was really, really concerned. And the main reason I'm getting a scale for my house is my concern here. When I went to my primary care doctor, the primary care scale put me in at 401. And then I was like, oh man, I gained weight because I weighed in at 398. And I was like, man, I'm not supposed to go the other way. This is not okay. And then I went to my OBGYN this morning and I was at 399. And I was like, that's crazy, because I've been working out every day this week. Last week. Because I really started the workouts on January 1st. But I started the diet like December 15th. So yeah, I cheated a little over the holidays, but I've been working on this, you know, and I was like, how did I gain weight? I know I cheated, but really? So I was really kind of bummed all day, and then I measured in at the hospital, and I was like, 396, that's a serious weight. So which one's right? You know, and they weigh me in when I go into any appointment, and they measure that as what's the thing. So that's the one I'm going with, is the one up at OHSU, until I get mine. And then I will weigh it every day, and we'll measure it that way. But, whew, it is super scary going, oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah. So then we talk about, like, what to take and what not to take, and the vitamins that I'll need after surgery are more. I have to start taking calcium. I'm going to look into getting a calcium supplement that's powdered, so I can put it in smoothies. So instead of taking a chewable pill and having to go, okay, if I take it now, is it going to affect, like, how much of my breakfast I can eat, because I also take my multivitamin and all my pills. So, yeah. I'm going to get a powder I can just put into my smoothies. I'm going to start having smoothies. It is on my list of how to make this work. So then, for one day I'm on, after surgery, post-surgery, for one day, there is the clear liquids. So, broth, water, gelatin. Yeah, Jello. I love the Jello. And then for 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, it's full liquid, but it's 6 to 80 grams of protein daily with 64 ounces of protein of liquid. But then I have to do the multivitamin with iron, chewable, the gummy, the calcium citrate, the B12, possibly an injection if I can get it. 1 monthly B12 injection. That way I don't have to worry about another pill or another liquid or powder or the thing that dissolves under my tongue that doesn't really take up room in my stomach, but I'm still getting the nutrients kind of thing. So yeah, but we're looking at a lot of smoothies in those first couple of weeks after the surgery. And then full foods, like you have to start with soft foods, potatoes, gelatin, puddings, some pastas, bananas, yogurts. Yeah. They have a whole list of what you're allowed to do and what you're allowed to not do. And then a list of proteins that I should be using, like the whey protein powder and the rice protein powder and the pre-made shakes, but I don't know if I can do those because a lot of them are soy-based. So yeah, we talk about how to eat these things and how to have all this stuff. Your final stage, you get more food back. Regular foods. So this is what I was looking for. This is my post-surgery plate. So where this half used to be starchy vegetables, it will now be protein. And then this will be not starchy vegetables. And this will be carbs. So we're looking at, you eat all the proteins first, and then you eat the vegetables. And then if you're still hungry, you get to have some carbs. That's how that works. And that's on a standard 9-inch plate. We're looking at 3 ounces of meat, 21 grams of protein, half a cup of fruit or vegetables, possibly an ounce of cheese, which will probably be what I do, an ounce of cheese. So if we're looking at a hand, this is a really cool rule of thumb. Rule of thumb, it was funny, I promise. So this is about 3 ounces, the size of your palm, a deck of cards, that kind of thing. This is about a tablespoon, which would be the size of your thumb. Where is it? Okay, there it is. There's my thumb. And then this is kind of a teaspoon. So just the tip of my finger. Tip of my finger, tip of my thumb. There we go. Tip of my thumb. Yeah. So that's a good rule for how to measure these things, I guess. Still learning, but that's what I've learned so far. Today I also did a whole bunch of research when I got home on how to make my own protein bars, because I have just resigned myself to I'm allergic to every protein bar on the planet, or it all has sugar in it, which is crazy. I don't understand why to get 7 grams of protein I need to have 27 grams of carbs. That's just dumb. So I'm going to do some protein bars at home using the protein powder with some, I'm going to try to make my own like peanut flour and cashew flour, and kind of blend it with the whey protein powder and make it that way. It also talks about using oats and grinding them into oat flour, which if I can do it with oats, I can do it with nuts. So added protein, added protein. But some of these bars, if you follow the directions, you end up with 17 grams of protein in a bar. I was like, yay, let's do that. So, and then there's no sugar except for, if you put coconut in it or honey or whatever, but you don't add sugar. You add things that might sweeten it. So a lot of them, so many of them called for chocolate. And I'm like, why? I'm trying to lose weight. Why are you tempting me with more sweets? That seems counterproductive to me. But that's where it's at. Oh my gosh, we're at 20 minutes. I have just babbled at you guys today. I'm so sorry. But that's where I'm going to leave this. Because I had a really big day. So, like, subscribe, comment. Please, please, please comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you're watching. Tell me if I'm helpful. Whatever. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.